taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own
Welcome
kind?
to another episode of
hate
the
the race that you
Uncensored
belong
Truth
to?
Podcast. I'm your brother, old guy from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother Sam and Viral Hip Hop News. You are in the building. It's a Tuesday. You already know who it is. The Uncensored Truth Podcast, most underrated, most feared podcast on YouTube to date. Oh God, what's good, my brother?
What's poppin', man? Excited to be in the building. You know, day 2 of the work week, but we just getting started, man. We fired up, man. Had a great start to the year. You know, some great stories today, man. Some real good discussion points, man. And just feeling good today, man. Shout out to the people that's gonna be listening, man. Wherever you're listening at, whatever platform. All we ask you to do is please, if you get an opportunity, if you enjoy the content, just go ahead and share it with one person, man, and let them know. Give us a listen, man. We appreciate that.
Indeed, oh God, indeed, man. Couldn't wait to come over here today to shoot the podcast. Like you said, we got a great lineup for them this evening. For the people that's going to watch on YouTube later on, and for the people listening on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets, good morning to you. Yeah. We see you. We appreciate you. What we got going on today, oh God?
We're going to be talking about J Prince today and him being caught up, you know, on some real questionable, you know, activity online. Dave Chappelle, we're talking about Dave Chappelle and the situation he was involved in. Also, Terry Crews leaving a statement, you know, apologizing to a certain group of people. Also, we're going to talk about Russell Westbrook, you know, him having that altercation. If you watch sports, you watch the NBA, I'm sure you're aware of this. Russell Westbrook going back and forth with a Utah Jazz fan. We're going to be talking about, you know, different dynamics as well as some other things today, man. So, you know, whatever comes through while we're on the podcast, we'll throw it in the mix and just keep it blazing like we do, man.
Man, we love to mix it up over here at the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Yesterday was a great show, getting a great response. We talked about Stephen A. Smith and his commentary over the weekend in regards to Antonio Brown and LeBron James. Talked about Rallo being hopefully optimistic about being released. What else we get into yesterday? We talked about a couple of dope conversations.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson, Drake.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. I forget this.
Man, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, looking forward to the day, man. Let's work.
Definitely, man. But so yeah, let's we can start off with we'll start off with this J Prince. You know what I mean? I see you you blazed out a video, you know, last night, you know, talking about this, and that's the, you know, the rapper YBN Almighty. You know, we know he was pretty much robbed and beaten, you know, in New York last week. Well, we didn't know, and I didn't know that he had affiliation to J Prince. Well, J Prince, you know, went online yesterday and he put this out, and a lot of people are questioning this. He says, mob ties call to my real street niggas around the world, but especially on the East Coast in the Bronx. There's a clown by the name of Zay and his crew who want to become famous by bragging about robbing industry niggas. They recently bragged about robbing the artist YBM Almighty, Jay, who I'm invested in. They robbed him of his money and jewelry, including a Rap-A-Lot piece. So therefore, they robbed a piece of me. This is a perfect opportunity to execute our unity, where we don't want to allow any moment thinkers to muddy the water over the movement. With that being said, to the homies in the Bronx, if any of these clowns are family or friends now, so we can get an understanding to ignore, this is a recipe for disaster. Other than that, these clowns versus the realest niggas in every hood around the world, and the meaning of mob ties. Now this, after you put this out, this pretty much sparked a lot of people to, you know, pretty much come out and call him a rat, call him a snitch. He shouldn't be, you know, pretty much putting people's names, you know, out there for people to take action. Sam, man, what are your thoughts on this? J Prince leaving this, you know, comment out for the world to see yesterday.
It was fresh off the podcast. We're just getting home, get the videos. We're about to start chopping up like we usually do on a Monday evening. Right. And I jump on IG real quick and I see this. It was 15 minutes out. I'm like, oh shit. Right. And it was surprising coming from a J Prince, Houston OG. We all know and respect J Prince and his resume and just who he is as a man and how he walks and talks around here. We all know his repertoire. Very surprising this wasn't in it. For him to jump on social media of all places and address a man, or address a kid, by name, albeit somebody that was out there doing some dumb, wild shit And yeah, he took a chain that may have belonged to you, and you know how you handle situations typically like that. Jumping on the internet isn't usually one of them. So when I dropped the video, it was surprising to me, but I just wanted to drop the context of what happened as opposed to giving my commentary, because I couldn't wait to get here and really break it down and bust it up. But it was real odd to me how he did that over social media. And it's just a mixed response on viral in regards to people calling him a rat and people in support. A lot of people are in support of Jay Prince. That could just be because they're fans and they're not really digging into it, but very odd move. I also saw on my Instagram, oh God, I want to bring this up to you, see what you think about this. Peter Guns, he had this to say, because he was very upset. Jay Prince, I wonder how you'd feel if I tagged your son in a post like that. My number is in your DM. What you think about that? Yeah,
and that's been the main criticism from other people, not just him. I've been seeing, they've been saying like, damn, just, hit me up, because now you're putting it out there, and not only are you violating code, but you're tagging other people in that, and you're bringing them, in that, and make it seem like they down with that. And that's not the way to do it. Hit people. And we were talking about what's wrong with calling somebody or inboxing them and saying, look, man, let's get this resolved behind the scenes. We'll keep it quiet out of the media. Once you go into the media and you start giving out names, then you open up the door for people, to call you all types of stuff. You know what I mean? And justified, I think. I mean, anybody who, is talking about, like that real street stuff, know that this is like one of the no. Real talk.
Oh, God. Well, let me paint a scenario for you, man, and answer my question, if you don't mind. Could this be a situation where Jay Prince was like, all right, this is the day and age. This is how people communicate. This is how, even though I may run by a different code, this is how I know it's going to be directly getting in contact with the people who need to get in contact with in order for this to be resolved. Could you find that being a situation? Because it's very uncharacteristic and weird that he went this route. So
he pretty much is giving them up to the police. I mean, any way you look at it, when you look at the police, you know that they're online. They're looking, they're scouring. It was just a rapper in New York, Brooklyn, who got arrested for his Instagram. I forget his name right off the top, but I'll grab it by the end of the program. So when you say, go get Sam Mant from Viral Hip Hop News, he robbed, so-and-so for their chain. Now it's like, okay, you alert the police as well. You know what I mean? So I just don't think there's any passes, when it comes to that. That's their code. Now, if you're talking about a cat, who's civilian cat, not a street cat and whatnot, obviously there's different rules, but according to the rules, he would have violated, in my opinion, by doing that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to, I respect and I love what Jay Prince, what he's doing with his properties and his businesses. He's doing a lot down in Houston. So I'm not like saying that I'm done with him or nothing like that, but I'm just saying it was just a bad move by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I don't really
doing it in public.
I can't believe it. Like it was weird for that to go down the way it did. I'm sure he has loyalty to YB and Almighty J, but to the degree where you go that route was very odd to me. Like you said, man, you put the nail in the coffin, man.
I mean, maybe he was emotional, obviously, because I didn't even know that, at first that it was a Rap-A-Lot piece. So now he's feeling like, damn, this shouldn't be happening to anybody attached to me because I'm Jay Prince, I'm powerful. But this is New York. New York is a little bit different. You know what I mean? I saw some people writing in the comment section, and we know this, like anywhere you go, you can get it. But he was like, y'all keep thinking New York is the sweetest, city. You see what's happening. We understand, what New York is and whatnot, but it's a situation which is very, very surprising to me to see somebody of his caliber, come out and do this in the public. Now, behind the scenes, you do what you got to do. Nobody knows about it. It is what it is. But in the public, to put guys' names, out there for law enforcement, to go ahead and grab them.
I could easily see the situation being resolved privately. And that chain getting put back privately. Any one of them people that he added, he could have hit privately. So very surprising, man. That's all I got to say about it. We'll see what happens.
Right now, as far as the chain, they are talking about people buying it back anyway behind the scenes now. So it definitely could have happened behind the scenes, man. Definitely.
He had his ex-woman trying to buy it back. How sad is that?
Man.
Damn.
Man. Gotta be safe out here in these streets, man. No matter what, people want to go shopping now and they getting it.
Young kids out here flexing too hard, man. You got to have the right people around you, especially if you're gonna have money around you, because everybody trying to have a come up. And if you're gonna put your life out there on social media, like you guys tend to do, be ready for somebody to try to have that come up. Be prepared. Ain't nothing wrong with having security if you're gonna put your life out there. Shit.
But it's like it comes to the point where if you're flaunting enough and you're making enough, you got to be willing to go to World War III with somebody. If they going to run up on you and your crew, it's going to be a whole lot of shells flying out this motherfucker. That's the way you got to look at it now, these rappers, really, because it's like anything less than that. Did you see the gashes on this dude? He could have been dead, dude. Yeah. He probably should have been dead. A couple inches over, they get his, his main vein. So yeah, man, that's crazy, man. He's lucky to be alive.
Indeed.
Yeah, but that, you're listening to the Uncensored Truth podcast, the most underrated podcast right now out there. But we're going to keep on blazing through your speakers each and every week. Everybody listening on YouTube, I need y'all to go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. Now, Sam, you wanted to talk about the Terry Crews.
Yeah, let's talk about Terry Crews, man. So we all know Terry Crews about 6-7 months ago, right around that Me Too movement when that got hot. He came out and said that he too was a victim in the Me Too movement. Let me paint the picture for you, paraphrase it real quick. He's in an event with his wife, Hollywood event. Some dude comes up to him drunk, chilling, doing a Hollywood thing, grabs his nuts. Boop. Oh, he's appalled. He gets upset. And he wants to talk about it. Now, he took a lot of criticism for just that, his restraint, things like that. People saying you ain't a victim, you 6'5", 275 pounds, brick shithouse. Why you ain't lay homeboy out, blah, blah, blah. We all heard the story. Said he was a victim, played the Me Too movement, said, we all know the story. Said, but black males in particular were people he was most disappointed in because of he was surprised about how they reacted. He thought that they would be a little more on his side. Took a lot of criticism for that. So he had a response to black men in particular. And this is what he said. I mistakenly drew attention to the worst examples and should have remained focused on the best of who we are. I understand the hurt and confusion, feeling shamed, and I should have never done that to you. We don't have to agree, but we still are brothers. Accountability is a value I hold closest in my heart, but this is hard work. And holding yourself accountable is the toughest work of all. I will continue to learn and grow. And as we are in a new age of media, a lot of these lessons we will be learned publicly. Love and respect. Lastly, he said this. I'd like to apologize to the black men that were hurt by my comments regarding a lack of support regarding my sexual assault. Truth is, if it had not happened to me, I would have been suspicious and doubtful too. Oh God, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are, man, it's like too little, too late, man. I understand it was a real precarious situation for him, but we went over this a few times, and that's a situation where it's almost like an instantaneous reaction when a grown man in front of anybody, but definitely in front of your woman, reaches out and grabs your crotch, you know what I mean, and squeezes it, and whatever he said to him, you know what I mean, it's almost an instantaneous. First of all, you sexually assaulted me, you assaulted me, you disrespected me, you violated me, and I ain't with that homo shit. I'm just not, you know what I mean? So it's just like, come on, man. He should have whooped his ass. He should have drug his ass all over that room and broke furniture down. You know what I mean? Because that was the ultimate disrespect. Now, you got situations where people say, well, that reaction sometimes is, not warranted. You could take it, you sue them, this, that. I mean, sometimes I will have to say that violence is necessary. The countries go to war. Sometimes it's inevitable. People got to drop. People got to get injured, for points to be across. And I think that was one of the times where he should have went up in dude's mouth.
Man, the thing is, I think a lot of people would have honestly been all right with him going and doing that, because a natural reaction of someone that wants to, that are put in a situation where they don't want to be put in. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You see a dude smack a girl's ass on the subway train. She turns around and knocks the shit out of him. Mm-hmm. Is she justified in doing that? Does she go to jail in doing that?
That's a good point.
Anybody say anything about that? Another situation, the dude slaps a girl on the ass. She does nothing. That's a victim of sexual assault. So when you look at it in a male's perspective, why is that not equally is justified? Because it's male on male, and because now we're talking about a very sensitive topic, that being homosexuality and sexuality in general. And we got to walk on eggshells when we talk about this particular genre and group of people, because God forbid we say anything to upset them, even if it's right.
Right.
We got to receive some backlash, and that's just not fair sometimes. That man grabbed your crotch in a way you didn't like, touched you, period. You should have gone ahead and did what you wanted to do. But the fact that you even had to think about it, and you thought about your career, and you thought about the money more than your manhood, speaks a lot. And that's what you need to be apologizing for. I apologize to myself for allowing my manhood to be compromised for the dollar. Now, I'm not saying not to go ahead and make your money, but like I said, brother, if you would have knocked homeboy upside his head, I don't think anybody would blame you right now. I don't see you losing some money.
Yeah, you got assaulted.
Come on, man.
It's assaulted, sexual assault. You got assaulted. You don't know what this guy was planning on doing. What he's trying to, you know, he could have been trying to hurt you physically. So you got a right to defend yourself.
Period.
You know what I mean? Period. So the fact that he didn't, I think it's sad, man. And I mean, you know, it is what it is with that situation, man. It's just sad. I wish he definitely would have did something. I think 9 out of 10 guys do, no matter what race.
And he was a funny dude. He did a little bit of chucking and jiving, but we all respected him and supported him. But this right here, when he tried to come out with the victim and just playing that role, we weren't buying it, man.
Right. His wife stayed by him though, so that's a good thing, I guess.
And I guess that's everything. Loyalty and royalty. You got your woman stayed by your side. That's cool. Should have knocked that man out right in front of your wife. But yeah. I'm not gonna throw any low blows. Like I said, it is what it is, man.
He should have been throwing those. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, old guy, the Sandman. Going in today on this Tuesday, we're gonna encourage everybody that's listening to this, especially on YouTube, to go ahead and hit the like button and make sure that you go ahead and share this video. I want to turn our attention to this video right here, and this is one about Dave Chappelle, you know, and David Caesar. And this is video is getting a lot of attention because, you know, of the nature of the video. So I'm going to actually play this short little clip, and then we're going to actually talk about this one. Here's Dave Chappelle and Daniel Caesar.
You just met Daniel Caesar for the first time. You heard him sing a little bit.
Yeah, very gay. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm just kidding. Daniel Caesar's a musician from Toronto that I just met tonight. Black. I got jealous. I didn't know John had other.
Not feeling it?
Not yet. No, Daniel, not yet.
What was that?
What I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I offend you?
Yeah.
Daniel's from Toronto, and he literally.
Hold on.
He's literally.
No. Hold on. I'm drunk. Are both met Daniel Caesar for the first time? You heard him sing a little bit.
Yeah, very gay.
What was that?
What I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I offend you?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm drunk. Are both parties drunk? Sober person.
Oh my God! If I fist fight on your show, I'll be furious.
Do it on camera. Yeah, this is on camera. Do it on camera. Dave, people just saw for a minute what happens when you speak freely and there's alcohol in your hand and you accidentally say something that trips someone's feelings up. Now you have
the wrong word is accidentally.
But you have to clean it up. It's a 3-second cleanup.
No, Daniel, you're great. But the fact that I offended you as a comedian.
Exactly. I'm being sensitive.
Correct.
Exactly. I was being hella sensitive. I am a very big fan of you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now I feel bad because I made a. You
fuck that,
feel
man.
bad.
No, I don't feel bad. Fucking Dave Chappelle right here.
So that's a clip right there, you know, and obviously there's a little bit of tension, you know, there at some point for this guy, Daniel Caesar, being called gay, you know, right to his face, you know, by Dave Chappelle, obviously a comedian. But I'm gonna hit a nerve for this guy. Saying, man, your thoughts on this one, man?
It's comedy, man. You talking about the same Dave Chappelle who Daniel Caesar probably loved when he was pissing on you with R. Kelly, when he was being the black white supremacist with Tyrone Biggums, when he was all them classic characters, Rick James, Prince, we all know and love Dave Chappelle for what his genius is. And it was funny because he was hitting him with uppercuts the whole conversation, even in talking. It was funny as hell, man. But this is what we're talking about, and this is the day and age where we got to be worried. For him just simply saying the word gay could get you now ridiculed, and now people are canceling, and now people are offended. What did he say? Now, if this was something where homeboy may have been coming out the closet and it was serious, sorry. If it was a joke, it was a joke. You talk back, come say something about his mom, and you keep it moving.
Right.
But we can't talk about race, or we can't talk about sexuality without it being this whole big ass uproar. And that uproar makes me kind of beg the question, are these two in particular topics purposely put in our face to be offended by, to really start something serious on the underbelly? Like, is it purposely, this is offensive, let's put this out here so we could be overly sensitive to it?
Right.
To now we can kind of maybe start prosecuting or something wild because of it.
Nah, I mean, it's good points, man. And it's, you know, when you look at it and you watch it, you can see obviously it was a joke. You know, it was a joke. Yeah, it was definitely a joke, and we definitely do get, you know, overly sensitive on a lot of topics. You know, now it just seems like once they hit the blogs and everything, it's like people just get this instantaneous emotional reaction, whether for it or against it, and it just spreads. They start sharing it. They start talking about it. It comes a trending topic. Next thing you know, something's happening behind that. So I think a lot of it's overblown, man. But we see that for exactly what it is, man.
Yeah, and they hugged it out at the end. They
right.
They were cool, and he said he was overly sensitive, and Dave said exactly. So it was just a situation where people got to stop being so overly sensitive to everything. That could have easily been reversed and been a race thing, and people got to stop being so overly sensitive if the context wasn't overly offensive. You got to just, you know what I mean?
Right.
That was what it was. That could have went a whole different level, and he could have been very disrespectful in saying it and articulating it, and he wasn't.
Right.
So let's just say what it was.
Definitely, man. But yeah, man, another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast sitting here with Brother Old God and Sam, man. If you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and hit the like button for us and go ahead and share this video if you will participate. I want to turn our attention to this next story right here. And 50 Cent, man, just posted up a video.
Oh, man.
Now, unaware, you know what I mean? He was awarded a judgment for $618 from Teairra Marie. So he posted up this video of looks like her being served the document. So I'm gonna play this video and get your thoughts on this, Sam, man.
Miss Thomas? Yes. Have newspapers. No, thanks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Public property, yes, sir.
Wow, so 50 Cent looks like you didn't see it, Sam, man, right there, but on the screen the people will, and she's walking in the airport like getting off her luggage, you know what I mean, Teairra Marie, and I guess I didn't know they came to the airport, but they came up and tried to serve her the judgment, because now they're trying to pretty much get the 30 racks, you know what I mean, trying to get into her bank account and get the money that she now owes 50 Cent because he wasn't awarded a judgment, man. What do you think about this video, man?
50's an asshole. 50's an asshole, but it's funny, man. Like, it's funny as hell, but I almost feel bad for her at the same time. But
she
it's
probably ain't
funny
got it.
as fuck. She ain't got it,
right?
And he knows she ain't got it,
right?
And she about to get everything. He said he want her lace fronts and all that shit, and he's gonna go get it. Like, he's gonna have her out here bald and just upset.
Yeah, and
it's fucked up, but it's funny at the same time. Man.
How much do you think 50 Cent paid to get that guy to record?
Yeah, probably about 10 bands. Gave him at least
like
10.
Make sure when you give it to a record, so I can put it up on Instagram.
Yeah, I need that 60 seconds, my nigga, all day.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
50's wild.
Dang, man, but remember that's how because remember back in the day when they had the hip hop wars, when you had your world stars and all your different companies. This is 50 was back there, so when he was going at Rick Ross, he was one of the cats that was using his media back then to bang and had his wife on there and his ex and all that, and was just going crazy back in the day. So this is vintage 50 Cent right here, man.
Indeed, man. Where he couldn't win maybe in the lyrics and in the battle, he knew without a win in the media. He's always been that savvy, always been that smart. Right. 50's a genius, man. Shit. He could do this kind of stuff and still break $1 million deals in major industries, man. So
I know, and that's the crazy part about it, because you would think that this would like ruin stuff like this would ruin his credibility, but nah,
he's hand in hand with the directors at ABC, stars, this and that, breaking this show, that show, smiling with this motherfucker that on The View. Like, that ain't nothing hurting 50 Cent's brand at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's inspirational, man. Just being, not that I'm a rapper or you're a rapper or anything, but just seeing another man that came pretty much from the bottom be able to ascend so high. We want to get into movies and we're in the hip hop media, so it's just inspirational.
I don't know if it was on this set or the set before, but it was early on in this podcast where we were kind of talking about who would be on the rise. I know you remember if I say it, or being the next billionaire, rap billionaire. And 50 Cent's name came to mind. Now, we all know he's far beyond from being there, but we were saying the steps that he's starting to take, mark our words, are probably within the next decade to 15 years, he'll be in that $1 billion conversation because, I mean, look at his moves.
Yeah,
he's gonna be there. Mark our words. He'll be a billionaire.
Yeah, I mean, but he got Power, Stars. I mean, that's like the #1 show right now. He got a lot of things, that's moving. So, like I said, it's inspirational. And if he could do it, somebody else could do it as well if you're hungry enough. So that's dope.
You watch Power?
I watched it a long time ago. I haven't been caught up with it, but when I did watch it, it was a real good show.
I seen like 3 episodes.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie.
I couldn't get into it. But I mean, I'm not hating on it. People love it. I just really didn't have the time to sit there for 60 minutes. It didn't catch me that much for me to sit there and want to get involved.
That's probably one of the things where you kind of got to get caught. Like, getting fall for the characters, fall for the storyline, and then you'll be watching them. But I just didn't have the time, and it is no shot to it. I know a lot of people love it, but yeah.
I mean, there's certain shows I can get fucked up with and be like, whoa, I gotta watch it, but just Power wasn't it. But they doing this thing, man. So look, Empire wasn't it for me either, and they about to be done. So I guess it's just that style.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
Jussie Smollett fucked them all up.
Man, major blow. Hey, they made a lot of money.
They made great money. I mean, I don't think Jussie Smollett worried about that right now. He's looking at 64 years, which is unprecedented and ridiculous.
Now he did go to court. They showed the video of him strutting in court today. Also, they said they're gonna have the camera in there. I don't care too much about it, to be honest. At this point, when it first happened, it would the first original storyline was crazy about him with the MAGA. But once you found that it was like a lie and he did it. It was just like, man, stop talking about this dude.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Corny, man. Let him go ahead and be as fucking square and keep it moving. Now he's about to do jail. Like you said, he walked in there like he was on Panther the movie and shit. Just walked through there, like he strutted in there, like Shaft and shit. But I mean, yeah, come on, man. Leave this dude
loving attention.
He loves it. It looks like it, right?
Yeah,
He loves it.
Yep.
Indeed.
But yeah, man, the Uncensored Truth podcast you are now tuned into. If you're listening on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, if you like the content, please if you get a chance, just go ahead and hit the share button. Share us with a friend or family member. Let them know. Check out the podcast. We do appreciate your cooperation in advance. Now, Sam, man, the Russell Westbrook, situation.
Yeah,
it was a crazy situation, man.
Indeed, man. Well, we was coming all over social media. I didn't watch the game directly, but it was Russell Westbrook. He was going in and what looked like a fan. You got that video up, oh God?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Grab that. But yeah, we was cursing him out, really wilding out. People were wondering what the hell was going on. If you don't, I do, big dog. But
got it 1 second. Hold on.
Got you. We have his commentary. We have what Russell Westbrook did, and we also have the guy's response, Shane Kiesel.
If you got it, go ahead. It'd probably be quick. If you got the
I got it. Yeah, I'll play Russell Westbrook right now.
All right.
All right, so that was Russell Westbrook. Very upset. We all heard what he said. I'll fuck you up. He talked about the man's wife. I'll fuck him up. Or fuck her up, excuse me. This was Shane Kiesel's response to the whole ordeal.
He's got to be a professional. I mean, she was sitting down the entire time. Me and him were just, it was actually kind of having fun, to be honest.
Let me stop that real quick. Before I go ahead with my man Shane's response to the whole situation, let me go and see why, or let me go and tell why Russell Westbrook was so upset.
Yeah.
He told, or apparently the guy told Russell, get on your knees like your people used to. Now, we all know he's in Utah. We all know how to get down out there. Probably something that Russell Westbrook heard before, but this one pissed him off. And that's why he reacted the way he did. So that being said, now that we got proper context, here's what Shane's response to the whole ordeal.
Be a professional. I mean, she was sitting down the entire time. Me and him were just, it was actually, we were kind of having fun, to be honest.
At least you thought you were having fun.
Yeah, he was smiling at one point, and there was a lot of people, because it was when, Joe would come by and poke Paul George in the eye, and then Joe goes over and apologizes immediately. Russ is just F-bombing and carrying on, acting a fool down here, and everybody's getting on him. Then he had, I guess, heat. I thought it was ice. I just told him, I'm like, just sit down and ice your knees, bro. And he turned to me and he's like, that's heat. And I'm like, well, you're going to need it. And then it turned into not safe for work.
So that's what provoked his response. There was no swear words.
I never sent a swear word to him, and everybody in the vicinity will say it. And she never left her seat, never said a word, hands in her lap. Never said a single swear word to him. Not one. So, like I said, initially I was like, oh, I'm talking with Westbrook, I mean, the guy's one of the greats. But he's also classless. I don't care. He can threaten me all he wants. I was the one talking to him. But don't threaten a woman. She's 5 feet tall and 110 pounds, man. I mean, never said a word to him. her first NBA game ever. Welcome to the NBA.
Good old Shane. What's your response to that?
I think he may have been reading the script. It was so it was so the way that he put that together. He said he threatened me. That's all kind of setting up, for whatever may happen. I think, in the future with this. But here's what I'll say. I don't believe the guy.
Hell no.
For one at all. I think again his lawyers or whoever he got advising him told him to say it exactly that way. He might have been even reading the script because you got to be thinking, because like the reporter said, that's all that you did to provoke him. So if that's all you said, there's no way that he's going to say, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to fuck your wife up for that. Now, I don't agree with that. I think Westbrook, went a little bit too far. He wasn't using his higher judgment going at the woman. But if indeed, this gentleman did say this, to Westbrook, I think that his he probably should have took the higher road, but I have no problem with him jawing back and forth, with another male fan, especially if he said something like that to him, because we have a whole history, of racial slurs and taunts and bananas being thrown and all types of things that have happened, professional sports arenas, even now all over the world. But yeah, that's how I feel about it, man.
Agreed, man. And it's easy for us, and I agree with you, to take the higher road. But Russell Westbrook has dealt with this situation numerous times, even this season, with the young kid touching him, with another fan getting involved. He's been often engaging with a lot of interaction, negative interaction with fans, and it's something that's coming up. So maybe that's just kind of even boiled over. And even the media was very slick in how they asked the dude, "Oh, well, did you say are you sure you didn't use any profanity?" He said, "No, I didn't use any profanity." Okay, you're telling the truth, but get on your knees like your people used to. Ain't no fucking or shitting in there. So no, you didn't use profanity, but you were completely derogatory toward that man's name. This sounded like a cop being on stand justifying the murder of a black male. It just it's just perfect and smooth and well, this is this and this, and I'm the victim and I'm the victim. But you told this man to get on his knees like your ancestors used to do to his. Like, nah, that's disrespectful. And for somebody like Westbrook, who has just dealt with this shit over and over again, you can understand he doesn't win. You would hope that he could take the high road, and he probably is sitting back now wishing that he took the high road. But he's also probably like, yeah, I'm glad. No, fuck him. I'll do it again.
Now they did find out that the fan, he was, banned. So my thing is, why is he being banned if that's all that he said too?
Nah, he said that shit.
Yeah, he said it. So they must have found, something, whatever that, so he said, you can't come to the games no more. Because if you're just telling them to put ice on his knee or whatnot, they're not going to ban you.
They're not going to ban him. And like you said, oh God, I don't condone Russell saying this stuff about his wife. You gotta leave a woman out of that.
Right.
Whether she was saying anything or not, you don't win in that situation. You got to leave her out of that. So I'm glad, I'm sure that Russell Westbrook will learn from this situation. I'm glad dude was banned, because he definitely deserved, asshole. And that is what it was.
Yeah, man. So you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sam Ant, tuning down today on another episode, in the books. If you're listening on YouTube, as always, we need your support for you to just go ahead and tap that like button and go ahead and share this video with a friend or family member. And we do appreciate, if you are able to do that. So yeah, man, that's actually all I have over here, Sam, unless you have something else over that way.
Oh God, we are at the end of our journey this evening. Shout out to everybody listening on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. Good morning to you. Thank you for listening and tuning in to the Uncensored Truth podcast in this episode.
I actually did have one more.
Let's do it.
Did you hear about Jaheim? Did you hear about him working as an Uber driver?
No, what? Now?
Yeah.
Recently?
Shit. What do you think about that?
What? I thought you were the king of R&B, dog.
That was the rumor. Yeah,
man. Now, see, this is. I don't want to get on a brother too bad, because I understand the music industry. I understand the game. This is why they need to get their paperwork right now. We talked about the guy that may have been jerked over by Fat Joe, Remy Ma, and for that. I forgot the song, but a lot of people,
way up.
People got on me for not being very insensitive and being this and being that and saying I lost respect for you. Man, look, you got to understand that's game. Don't take that as criticism, because when you get into the industry of music and when you get into that game, when you get into the mud, they don't give a fuck about morals. So I'm trying to help that brother or somebody else that may be getting into the game. The second you sign up for that, have your paperwork right, or you will get jerked over. That $5,000 was a couple dollars in a learning experience. Take it for what it is. You cannot complain now. Next time, have your paperwork right. Jaheim sold a lot more records than is showing right now for him to be an Uber driver. Now, I was in a situation a couple months ago, God knows, where I might have had to be an Uber driver soon. So I understand I have to humble yourself down and do whatever you got to do to take care of business. You understand what I'm saying? But God damn, I know how bad it would have been for me to want to do that. I ain't fucking Jaheim out here with the public perception of being the 2019 king of R&B.
I mean, it's just like this, man. You know, right now it's a rumor. Obviously, a lot of hip hop websites are reporting it, but it's just like, you know, if it is the case, it definitely would be sad. But you know, it's not outside of the realm of possibility. There's a lot of people, you know, who've been in the industry before. Either it didn't really make what you thought they made, or they just fucked off the money, wasn't real good with it, and ended up in a situation, you know, like the guy from the Cosby Show that he had to kind of go bag groceries, and you should never have to do that after having that type of success. But everybody's different.
Hell yeah, I agree 100%. And if he does have to Uber, somebody will catch that shit on camera, and it will be out here real soon. He ain't gonna be able to hide it for long.
Well, the original story was pretty much a man saying that he's seen him, but you know, who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, somebody gonna get him on camera. He better turn that shit off
right
now. Talk to your manager, man. ASAP.
Definitely, man. But that's another episode of the Uncensored Truth podcast. It's in the book. We'll be back, you know, Thursday, and anybody who's listening to this in the morning, peace to you. But Thursday night we'll be back. Friday night we'll be going live on the Uncensored Truth podcast channel. From now on, we'll rock out. You know, 8 p.m. same time. So if you want to watch us live, just go subscribe to YouTube. You know, Uncensored Truth podcast. That's the channel, and you can catch us live. You know, and see us in person if you listen to this on the podcast networks.
Indeed, man. Can't wait to be there live exclusively on now the Uncensored Truth podcast official channel on Friday evening.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the day off, man. I can't wait to go to this damn dentist.
Yeah, man.
Get this situation taken care of. But I can't wait to also come back Thursday for another episode. Love getting with the people. Love getting over here to work, brother. Oh God.
Yeah.
Another one in the books, man. Sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all, wherever you're listening, whatever you're watching. Thank you, man. We're out of here.
Yes, sir. We're out on the way for Riz 609 is the artist that we're going to be bumping to on the way out. Make sure you go show him some love right now on Instagram. That is RIZ 609. That's his music right there.
Indeed, you can also check him out on iTunes. That link will also be in the description box. Riz 609 on iTunes. I believe he's also on Spotify. You can check him out. Show the brother some love. We are out.
Yeah.
When I broke the legs, I felt like Malcolm Little. Riding down Martin Luther Boulevard. Dutch too tight, you got pull it hard. I'm the new black Jake Gyllenhaal. Putting your spawn on the bullet scar. Cooking raw, eye emojis looking all. We was up all night. That you belong to.
Hopping out the Lex, I felt like Malcolm X. Marching with the shooters like Martin Luther. 40 cal SK or the fucking Ruger. Don't ever question if I got the heart to shoot.
As we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back.
They say the best things come from the worst shit. This all facts, this ain't no verse shit. I done fought the